Okay. Angular's okay. So a popular web framework used to build dynamic and interactive websites, web applications. Okay. This is not the definition that I have learned. So the definition that I have learned is different, which is like uh, it is the TypeScript driven language that is used to create the standalone application. No, single page application SPA application uh, with the components driven architecture. So like this we can define it, but it is a framework. It is important thing is framework. Important thing is framework here. Okay, this is not the definition that they derived here. Rectangular is the popular web framework is used to build dynamic interactive web or web application websites or web applications. Right, we can take this definition. Introduction. Okay, now what we can do here is Angular is a popular web framework that is used to build the dynamic interactive websites and web applications. Alright, now Angular helps developer to create a modern website that update quickly without reloading the page. Modern website that update quickly. Create modern website that update quickly without reloading the page. Yeah, important point also. Angular is the popular framework that is used to build the dynamic interactive website and web applications. Okay, create modern websites that update quickly without reloading the page. Okay, now what is Angular? What is Angular used for? Angular is mainly used to build single page application uh, that we have discussed previously, like it is a single page application, driven website. So okay, what Angular used for? So we can frame it. We can frame it like that only, but let's check. Angular is mainly used to build single page application, business dashboards, online forms, e-commerce website, real-time applications. Okay, this is the thing that is mainly important here. Okay, business dashboard, online forms. Okay, who creates the Angular? Angular is developed and mainly by Google. Okay, why this Angular is popular? Give this TypeScript, which makes coding more or organized. Okay, helps big projects easily, as built-in tools for routing forms and HTTP requests. Okay, it's fast and efficient. Very simple example. Think of Angular is like a if website is a house. Angular is the blueprint and tools that helps you to build the house properly. Okay, this is a great example, but blueprint. Angular is a blueprint and tools that helps to build the house properly. Okay, if you let know definition, let's check with the different resources also. Angular dev no tutorials for beginners. Check if there is any. Okay, W3 school. Okay, Angular is a TypeScript driven front-end framework used to build the single page application. It's component based framework where the application is built using the small reusable parts called components. Angular helps developers to create the modern web applications that updates content dynamically without reloading the entire page. Okay, it is a developed and maintained by the Google and provides a built-in feature like routing forms, form handling, and HTTP services. All right, if you want it even shorter, for example, Angular is a TypeScript-based component-driven front-end framework used to build dynamic single-page applications SPA. Okay, so let's continue with this. ठीक है. Introduction. What is Angular? Angular is a full feature front-end framework to build the website. Built-in TypeScript used component and templates include the routing forms, HTTP dependency injections. Okay, so what standalone applications work great for the single page applications. Okay, so what we are going to do here, so to understand and to make sure that we are not going anywhere while doing the study, we're going to make it like a mapping structure. Okay, so for that, endless drawing, if we can get bored, is there anything like this we can get in the Google? What we have, map, okay, okay, answer classroom keeper, book, okay, photo paint, paint, Google, infinite painter, no image, no. Okay, so let's try with paint. Okay, learn to understand what we have to do. We have to separate it in the different sections. I am going to do this for the first time. This is how we are going to approach to this new study, understanding. Okay, so keep it that way, and in the middle you can keep it in the middle. Okay, so firstly we are going to understanding what are the concepts, introductory part, in the sense we have to sketch the drawing, we have to create a mind maps in the paint here, and then we are going moving ahead to create some important notes, like some things that has to be understood, that has to be in our mind while we are working on the applications or anything like that. So start with this, and this what we are going to do here. All the way we are going to zoom it in. Yes, let's go ahead again. Okay, so what we have right now here is, oh, it's too big now. 3, enter. No, not 36, 3 only. Okay, don't need 36, we just need 8. Okay, off, angular. Okay, oh, it's blurring it out. Cannot do it like this. Okay, okay, don't save it. Just keep it for the Figma. Let's start with Figma. If I have an account, then you can directly go. Okay, what happened? Figma, to free, let us say with the Google Connect, continue. This is just for the reference, because notes creation, I don't think we have to create the notes for everything. We have to create the mind maps so that we can understand the languages, the definitions while we are giving the interviews. So for that, I am just trying to create the mind maps here. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue this. School, work, no work, no school. Continue. Student, educator, others. Okay, educator, we can keep it like that. College, university, online courses, finish. Okay, so what we are going to do here, untitled, back to the file. Okay, so we are going to get the, okay, blank design. So it is infinite. As per my understanding, it is the infinite thing, so we don't need to have it like to keep close to ourselves. So it is pretty vast. Start here. Okay, start from here now. Page here, file, edit. Okay, okay, text. Hmm. Introduction to the Angular. Okay, keep it now like that. We can move it here and there. All right, so for first, what we have gathered up till now, we have this code here. Angular is the Angular introduction. Okay, Angular is the popular web framework used to build dynamic and interactive web applications. Okay, so go ahead to the Figma. Again, we have to add the text. Okay, So what it says, Angular is the popular framework that used to build a dynamic and interactive websites or web applications. Okay, websites or web applications framework is to build dynamic website and web applications. Okay, keep it that way for now. Can make it large. Okay, now it is used to create the websites that update quickly without any reloading the page. Okay, I think you can understand this. Okay, create the dynamic, create the model website that updates quick within the page. Simple single page application. Okay, SPA, single page application. It's also an important concept. So these are all the things that you have to remember while you are going for, okay, you are going for the interview, like introduction to the Angular is the popular web framework that used to build the dynamic interactive websites, web applications, create modern websites that update quickly without loading the page. And it is a single page application. It is used to create the single page applications. Okay, now I'm going to underline what are the things that are important to us. Okay, this is not the point that have framework. It will build a dynamic interactive websites or web applications. Create modern website, update quickly without reloading the page. Okay, single page application, SPA, which is also the important thing. Okay, yeah. So continue. I'm not going to teach it because I'm also understanding these concepts. I'm not going to teach it. Okay. Angular is a TypeScript driven front end. Okay, TypeScript driven front end framework. Single page application is a component based framework where the application is built using this small reusable parts called components. Okay, small reusable parts called components we are using. So what are the things or mind maps that we are going to understand here? Yeah, TypeScript driven front end framework. Okay, front end framework, TypeScript driven front end framework. Okay, so TypeScript, as I remember a little things, like we have SCSS files, uh, SCSS, yeah, .ts file, spec.ts file, and HTML files. These are the four files that we are having when we are creating the component, any component, nggc component with the component name. Uh, we are getting four files. That spec file, we don't need that spec file because it is not that we cannot say directly it is not that important, but it is like we have to if we are going to test it, then we are going to use that uh, particular ts file, that which is spec.ts. Yeah, so continue with this. What we are going to understand now. Yeah, single page application SPA, which is we are creating the mind map here, so that's why it is taking some time. Okay, yeah, it is the same like this one. Okay, yeah, keep it that way. Single page application SPA, TypeScript driven TS. We have to understand that it is a TS driven, TypeScript driven single page application. We have to create a single page application. What is the single page application? We are going to understand that component based framework. We are going to create a component. Okay, in that component, C control B. Okay, yes, okay. Not copied that one, I guess. Component based framework. Component based framework, which, see, what we are creating here, this is the component. Okay, this is also a component, this is also a component. With this combined together, we are creating a point or mind map that we are creating this one. So what we are going to what we are doing here, we are creating a components. This is a component, this is a component, this is a component. Together we are creating mind map, which is nothing but with this component, this component, and this component, we are going to create an application. Like this we are understanding this one. Okay, where the application built uh, using small reusable parts called components. Yeah, reusable parts. Angular helps developers to create the model web application that updates content dynamically without reloading the entire page. Okay, so not reloading entire page is the main thing here. Okay, modern web application that update content dynamically without reloading the page. Yeah, we don't need to create the mind map here for this, but okay. Yes, modern web applications that update content dynamically without reloading the page. So what we understood here, if your interviewer is asking about what is the Angular, then it is the TypeScript driven, then single page application creating web framework, which component based framework. Okay, we are creating the components. Modern web application that update content dynamically without reloading the page. This is the read loader. Okay, if we go to any page, any website, then that page is going to be reloaded if we click on any button. So without doing this reloading, we are updating the content dynamically, which is nothing but, oh, what is this? I don't know. Modern web application that update the content dynamically without reloading the page. Okay, so continue with this. What we have here? Okay, what is the Angular? Angular is the full feature front end framework that for building the application build with TypeScript. Use component that and templates. Okay, uses components and templates. Or 1 minute only. Okay, okay, build with TypeScript. Okay, with the TypeScript file, yes, we have added that point of uses component and templates. Okay, templates also we are using. So component based framework, components and template, template based framework. Okay, sure, nice. Now what we are understanding, including the routing, forms, HTTP, and dependency injection. These are the main features there. Okay, routing, form, HTTP, dependency injection. Okay, HTTP is the protocol. Forms are the web forms or any forms that we are submitting. Routing is nothing but routes which like if the home page is there, home button is there, or this C sharp, C plus plus, C sharp buttons are there. If I click on this, which route should be called and which page we are going to relocate to is nothing but routing. We are using that routing also in this Angular. So it is a field built-in feature in the framework of Angular. HTTP is nothing but protocol. You know about the protocols. So HTTP and HTTPS, two protocols are there. Dependency injection. We are going to understand it.